Hey y'all, it's Ilana. Welcome back to my channel. So, over this past weekend, Valentine's Day came and went, and there was a lot of discourse surrounding home bakers and Walmart bakeries, and it is just so stupid, but so funny and so ridiculous that I just wanted to make a quick commentary video on it. I know I'm gonna get comments being like, oh my god, it's not serious, like there's so many problems to worry about in this world. I agree with you. And that's how stupid this is. I just wanted to share this for laughs and funnies because it is just so crazy. But there are some things that I do want to talk about because there are some serious little tidbits that we can take away from all of this. So let's get into it right now. During this month, and I guess parts of January, heart-shaped cakes have been really common and popular because of Valentine's Day, and bakers have been very busy taking in orders for them due to Valentine's Day. So Walmart is well known for taking heart-shaped cakes, and they get many orders in, and a lot of home bakers have been doing the same as their small business owners, and they do tend to price their cakes higher than what Walmart would. And so as Walmart was selling these cakes for a cheaper price, home bakers were starting to get really pissed off. There were two specifically that got a lot of backlash, and we're going to go over both of those videos and we're going to dissect them each. So let's go over the first video together and watch it.
Decorate this cake with me while we discuss the Walmart vintage heart cake drama and why it really upsets and affects me as a home baker and business owner. So Walmart recently started selling vintage heart cakes for only $5 to $20. It's extremely cheap for one of these cakes. The reason why I'm mad is not what you think. I don't care if Walmart's gonna undersell me for a vintage heart cake. You know what? Times are tough right now, and if you want that cute look for your birthday photo, then I am so glad that Walmart has a cheaper option. But what is actually grinding my gears here are the people in the comments under videos advertising the cake, complaining about what home bakers are charging for vintage heart cakes. I just find that highly disrespectful to everybody who puts so much time and effort into their cake, especially when having a birthday cake is a luxury. It is not a need. You do not get to tell these people how they're going to price.
Hold up. Did she just say that having a birthday cake is a luxury? I know she did not just say that. Everyone deserves to have a cake. Obviously, having a cake is not a necessity, but just because something isn't essential or a necessity doesn't make it a luxury, okay? I understand that there is overhead when you have your own business. I get that. I get it costs money to buy the supplies and the ingredients to make these cakes. And sometimes you have to charge just a little bit more so you can make a profit. I get that. But maybe we could start looking at more affordable ingredients and still upcharge a little bit so it's still profitable, but it can still be affordable for people, but also at the same time, people who can't afford your cakes are maybe just simply not your target audience. The people who are willing to pay more for your cakes will pay more for your cakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not make this an issue about respect. Like, come on now. Let's see what else she has to say.
Their items when they know their worth. Let me just explain to you why home bakers charge so much money for heart cakes. The biggest reason are ingredients. Walmart, you are not going to get real buttercream cake. Getting something made with shortening, artificial flavoring, and ingredients. These cakes were shipped to them from some warehouse, simply just slapped together. Coming from a home baker, though, getting a handmade cake start from finish. Some people use box.
And so what? So what if it's just artificial ingredients and buttercream? And I know Walmart bakers have confirmed that they do get their cakes shipped. So what? So fucking what? They're still good in my opinion. I think Walmart bakeries are actually decent. You'll be surprised at how good grocery store bakeries, like chain store grocery store bakeries are. Like Safeway has an excellent bakery, and so does Costco. I don't know anything about like Sam's Club or Fred Meyer or Kroger's bakeries, but I can tell you that Safeway has a really excellent one, and so does Walmart. So who gives a shit? I don't know how home bakers buy their ingredients when they get orders, but I would have thought it would make more sense to buy things in bulk that's maybe not perishable so they can have those things ready to go so they're not constantly spending money and they have those things. I mean, like I said, I'm not a baker. I don't have a small business, so I don't know what that's like. But again, I get there's overhead. However, I'm just still not with her on this. So let's go on.
Do you know how expensive butter is? It's about 8 sticks of butter to bake a cake start to finish. With everything else combined, that's at least $30 worth of ingredients, not including the labor. Secondly, Walmart is a huge company that can buy stuff in bulk, which will naturally make their cost to produce goods a lot cheaper, so they can charge less money. But on the other hand, they're probably underpaying their employees at the same time. There was a talented baker behind every cake made at Walmart. They are probably getting paid minimum wage when they could start their own home bakery and make a
Okay, that's actually false. Cake decorators at Walmart are actually not making minimum wage. I have looked up that I keep saying bakers, cake decorators at Walmart make about $17 to $20 per hour, which is way more than minimum wage. So she's wrong on that one. And I feel like she's implying that the cake decorators at Walmart are not talented. I have seen so many Walmart decorators on social media, especially TikTok, where they make cakes or they decorate cakes in 15 minutes, and it is so impressive. I could never do something like that. I think the talent is absolutely unmatched. Like, there is this one girl, I think her name is like Nia, and she is always uploading her videos of her decorating cakes, and it is so good. I feel like she puts a lot of thought and detail and passion into her cakes, and she's always saying in her comment section that she loves her job. She talks about, like, you know, what it's like behind to work back there, and she even mentions that she gets paid fine and that she actually didn't even need any skills to get this job. She just kind of had to learn on her own, and sometimes she downplays her talent, saying, like, listen, I'm not a professional. But honey, you are a professional. You're getting paid to do your job. You are a professional cake decorator, and you do a great job. So I need her to understand that she's very talented in what she does. So that just gave me the ick with her saying that, like, Walmart cake decorators are not talented. Let's see what else she has to say here.
When they could start their own home bakery and make a lot more. And then lastly, you're also paying for the skill level from the home baker. If your Walmart even makes vintage heart cakes, you're going to be as attentive to detail as a custom cake artist. So if you order from a small business or order from Walmart, that's none of my business, and I really don't care. Please don't undervalue these people because you can get it cheaper.
Clearly, you do care when people order from Walmart because you feel like that they're taking away from your business. And yes, you are implying that people who decorate cakes at Walmart are not being attentive to detail, and I find that to not be true because I've been looking at those cakes and I feel like they are absolutely gorgeous and they look absolutely identical to some of these home baker cakes. So I want to go over one other video and then we can wrap this thing up.
I feel like these Walmart cakes are getting so out of hand. The fact that you can purchase a vintage heart cake for $5 to $25 is insane, considering sometimes ingredients alone cost $25 to $35. And that's not even mentioning other supplies like the cake boxes, cake boards, cake toppers, edible images. You have to remember that the people working there are getting paid minimum wage, even the bakers. So the supplies...
Again, no, they're not. They're not getting paid minimum wage. And I think $20 to $30 on overhead for ingredients is not that horrible. And again, I know you need to upcharge your cake prices a little bit to make profit, but again, not everybody can afford to spend $80 to $100 on a cake. I think $5 to $20 on a vintage heart-shaped cake is incredible. And have you seen what those cakes look like? They're huge. I saw that that cake came from Walmart based off the size of that thing and how it is decorated. And if you told me that was 20 bucks, my jaw would be on the floor because I would have thought that that cake would have been like at least like $50 or even more. So I think those prices are absolutely incredible in my opinion. But let's keep going.
They use to make your cakes are provided to them by the company. They do not have to pay anything out of pocket, and that makes a big difference. And whether anyone likes to admit it or not, they really are not as neat as some other small businesses that I've seen, which is totally understandable because they do work at a much faster pace.
I think that's not fair to say. Again, I've seen some really great decorated cakes from these cake decorators online. And these are just wild accusations, and this is completely uncalled for.
And I've noticed a lot of the times they do not crumb coat their cakes, they don't fill their cakes the way that we do. So yeah, naturally their results are going to be a lot different than the rest of ours. I think it's great that there are more affordable options for people because I understand these cakes are really expensive and they are a luxury. So if you can find something that you desire for a much cheaper price, of course it's only natural that you would go and get it. I would do the same. The issue is that A, the products are incomparable, and B, people think that small businesses need to charge the way that big companies charge. And that's just not realistic. We will not be able to make a livable profit if we work like that.
And I don't think anybody thinks like that. We know small business owners have to charge prices at a bit of a more expensive option or at a more expensive cost because of the overhead and what goes into it. Nobody is thinking that you have to keep your prices at the same as like Walmart. Nobody is saying that. We're just saying that you have to understand that not everybody can afford to shop small. So it's not okay for you to get mad at that. That's all we're saying. But there you have it. That was the ridiculous that has been going on this past week, and I'm sure this talk is gonna die down within the next couple of days, but I hope you guys had a really great Valentine's Day. Did you have any vintage heart-shaped cake this past weekend? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in my next video.